All right, good morning, guys. Today we are going to do um, some algebra stuff with matrices and your algebraic matrix. This is called the Gaussian elimination method. And what it is it's solving the system using matrices and algebra at the same time. So let me start with something like this. Imagine we have this, ax plus by equals to c, and let's say dx plus ey equals to f. We can say its augmented matrix is AB, DE. We're going to put a line here. It could be a dashed line, and CF. So for a system of two equations, we have a 2 by 3 matrix. And this is how it is. We will always take the coefficients, and these are our answers. After the line are the solutions. In the Gaussian elimination method, these are rows and columns. You can do whatever you want to any row or any column. You can multiply a row by some number and add it to another row. You can divide, you can add, you can subtract, you can do whatever you want. But our major thing is that we want to turn this into this. I'm going to put, uh, I should write here X and Y because it doesn't have to be these numbers. But just to show you, we want to turn this into the 1, 0, and some answer. It's not going to be the C, but I'm just showing you. It could be some answer, and 0, 1, some answer. This is saying I have an X, no Y, and here's the answer for the X. I don't have an X, but here's the Y, but here's the answer for the Y. So this is read that X equals something, Y equals something. Okay, so let me start with this equation right here. 5x minus 2y equals negative 6, and negative x plus 5y equals to 15. So first I need to do the augmented matrix. So the augmented matrix is 5, negative 2, negative 6, negative 1, 5, and 15. Okay. So my goal is to get a 1 right here and do it any way you can. I can take 1/5 of this and multiply this row 1 by 1/5. Um, I can multiply 4 times the second one and add it to the first one because 4 times a negative 1 is a negative 4 plus 5 is a 1. There's no limitations. So you decide how you want to do it. I want to do that one. I'm going to say row 1 now becomes, look at this, row 1 becomes, I'm going to take 2, I'm sorry, I'm going to take 4 times row 2 plus row 1. Let me extend this. So this usually tells you what's the change going to happen. We're going to rewrite row 1. How we're going to rewrite it? We're going to take 4 times row 2 and add it to row 1. And you're going to do that for everything in that row. So let's try this. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, plus 5 is 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus a negative 2 is 18. And 4 times 15, that's 60, minus that 6 is 54. Since I did nothing to row 2, I'm going to just rewrite row 2. There you go. As you see, our first goal to get that 1 up here. Once you get that 1 up here, your next goal is to get that 0 down at the bottom. Well, if you really look at this, how can I get a 0 here? If you look at it, hey, I can just add row 1 plus row 2 gives me a 0. If this was a negative 3 or negative 4, you could multiply row 1 by 4 and add it to that. So it's just manipulating. So I'm going to rewrite row 2 as I'm just going to add row 1 plus row 2. All right, so Since I'm rewriting row 2, nothing happened to row 1. Okay, so here we go. Take row 2 now is now row 1 plus row 2. 1 plus negative 1 is 0. 18 plus 5 is 23. 54 and 15 is 69. So far now we have our 1 and 0, just like this one. Now it's more beneficial to get the 1 here. How can I get a 1 over here? Well, the easiest way is to take 1/23 of row 2. So I'm going to rewrite row 2 as 1/23 of row 2. Okay, so now I have 1, 18, and 54 because I did nothing to that one. 1/23 of 0 is 0. 1/23 of 23 is 1. 1/23 of 69 is a 3. Okay, we're almost there. So now I got the 1, 0, and I got that 1. Now I need that 0 up here. So I got to make this 18 a 0. What's the best way to make this 18 a 0? And the easiest? Well, since you have a 1 here, you're going to take the opposite of that, which is negative 18 times row 2, and add it to row 1. So I'm going to rewrite row 1 as negative 18 row 2 and add that back to row 1. Let's see what happens. So technically, I'm just changing row 1. All right. Negative 18 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. That's what's good about it. It doesn't change that. Negative 18 times 1 is negative 18, plus 18 is 0. That's good. Negative 18 times 3 is negative 54, plus 54 is 0. Okay, so this tells me right here, since I have this augmented, there is a name for this. See this right here when you get 1001, on the left side where the equal sign is? This is called reduced echelon form. Sometimes it's called reduced row. Sometimes there's the word row in here. Reduced row echelon form because we reduced each row into the echelon is where the ones are on the main diagonal. But this right here tells me, oh, look, we started with x, y, and an answer. We got x equals x, no y equals to 0. So this we have x equals to 0. No x, y equals to 3. So our solution to this system right here is 0, 3. So this Gaussian elimination or Gaussian Jordan elimination method, they're both the same. Really works better when you have a 3x3. But before we get to the 3x3, I want you to play around with a tube, a system of 2 equations and a system of 3 equations. And so let me recap the steps for you. First, you write the augmented matrix. Do everything in your power to make this upper left hand into a 1. Once you have that a 1, make the 1 underneath it into a 0. Then you need to make this one for the main diagonal to be a 1. And then go back and make this top one into a 0. And then you have this system that is solved. So reduced row echelon form is what we're looking for. On the homework, just remember, do not read what they want. I would like you to solve the problems for the following numbers, and I'm going to give you their solutions as well. I would like you to do number 2 Its solution is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, negative 5. That's the solution for number 2. I would like you to do number 5. Its solution is 1, 0, negative 5, 0, 1, 4. Number 6. Its solution is 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, negative 1. And let's see. Yes, number 9, you have the solution to, and number 13, you have the solution to. All right. So, and just want to make sure, do not follow those directions. I would like everything to be in reduced row echelon form to find out that. Coming up Thursday, I will go into the 3x3. Okay. So if you have any questions, just to email me. See you later.